Hi, I'm Chuck Colson with this week's 2-Minute Warning. This is perhaps the most important message I have delivered to fellow believers in many years. It's a shame it comes in the middle of vacation season when people's minds are on their beach reading. The message is simply this: you and I, millions like us, are going to decide whether gay marriage becomes a constitutional right. That's right, you heard me. You and I. As you all know by now, Federal District Judge Vaughn Walker overturned Proposition 8, in which 52% of the people of California voted that marriage should consist of one man and one woman. Walker held that the ability to marry is a fundamental right, and that it's discrimination, therefore, to deny gays a marriage license. But Walker's ruling is not the last word. The case will go to the liberal Ninth Circuit, where this outrageous decision will likely be upheld. It's the most liberal circuit in America. Then it's off to the Supreme Court. And here's where we come in. Supreme Court judges, as the old saying goes, do read newspapers. Rarely has the court ever gone against a strong tide of public opinion. If you haven't heard my breakpoint commentary on this, please do. We have a link to it right here at colsoncenter.org. Because in my commentary I talk about all the cases over the years where the court upheld expanding sexual liberties, precisely because the public was clamoring for them. But then in 1997, the court actually refused to expand personal liberties, and by a 9-0 decision, the court refused to declare assisted suicide a constitutional right. Why not? Because, as Justice Rehnquist said at the time, Americans were engaging in a profound debate about the morality, legality, and practicality of assisted suicide, and that the court should permit the debate to continue. The court was not willing to buck the tide of public opinion on assisted suicide, and I don't think they'll do it today on gay marriage. Of course, the justices will listen to legal arguments, they'll weigh the precedents, but in the final analysis, they will not approve gay marriage if it goes against an overwhelming public consensus. So where's the outcry going to come from? From people like you and me who understand that marriage is biblically prescribed. See Genesis 2. The second act after God created man and woman was to join them as one flesh. It'll also come from people who understand that throughout human history, marriage between a man and a woman has been the cornerstone of every human society. How would we dare tamper with this? But if the church says nothing, if we don't organize, if we lose our nerve now, the institution of marriage as we know it will be finished. This can be the cultural Armageddon. So here's what I want you to do. Forward this commentary to people you know. Visit colsoncenter.org for resources on protecting traditional marriage. We've got a link to a great article by Dana Mack in last Friday's Wall Street Journal. You need to read it. Sign the Manhattan Declaration and get ready to raise your voice. And then come back next week for the 2-Minute Warning, where I'll tell you more about what we can do. That's this week's 2-Minute Warning. I'm Chuck Colson.